I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a 69-year-old dude that's been doing a budget for a really long time, and I want to share some of my opinions and perspective on that. I am going to share with you my recipe for success, and that recipe has 5 ingredients. Excuse me. Woo. That recipe has 5 ingredients. And I'm also going to share with you my secret sauce. And don't get weird on me, but yes, my secret. These ingredients in my recipe for success are no particular order, but so the first ingredient is dedication. A budget takes extra effort. It takes extra time, extra effort. So you have to develop the dedication, the motivation to spend that time tracking where your money goes. You know, that's the first thing, but dedication and motivation. The second thing, the second ingredient is to keep your budget as simple and painless as possible. Don't create some kind of monster that is just a pain in the butt to deal with. Make it as simple and painless as possible. That way it's going to increase the likelihood that you're going to stick with it. You know, no matter what you wind up putting it on, you know, pencil and paper, an Excel spreadsheet, a dry erase board, budget, no matter what you use, you know, try to come up with something that is as painless as possible so that you'll stick with it. You can always, if what you start out with doesn't work or you find a better way, you can always evolve into something else. The first step is doing it and developing that muscle memory to do it. The next ingredient is what I found to be much easier than what I did a long time ago was kind of have broad categories. A few of the categories were kind of broad. Now, things like there are going to be singleton line items, you know, your power bill, gas for your automobiles, water, sewer, things like that are going to be, you know, kind of singleton, and it's easy for them to have one line. In the past, I've set up a budget that it just had too many details in it. A lot of those type things I just put in a miscellaneous category, and it makes it easier for me to track that. That's just me. Like I say, I'm offering you my insights and my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. The other thing that I consider is a huge ingredient in this recipe include savings as a line item. Savings are getting out of debt as a category in your budget. Do that off the top, but that is very huge, and you know, especially for people that are packing on some years, you want to save for retirement and stashing away anything, even if it's in an envelope. You know, your mad money. Well, you don't want to do that. Call it mad money, because then you'll go blow it. You'll go to Lowe's and buy some tools or something. You got to save something, and that whether it is putting it in a separate, you know, transferring it to a separate bank account, a savings account, a money market account, getting it out of the regular cash flow so it's set aside. If you can put that somewhere, and I'm not giving you advice here, but put it somewhere where it's making some interest and your money can grow, that's good. But definitely you want to get it out of the cash flow, and if it's, or pay down debt. You know, if you get a doggone credit card bill at 21%, you want to try to knock that sucker out, because that's costing you thousands of dollars the longer it goes. The other thing that is an ingredient is developing a forward-looking mindset. You know, a budget in itself is kind of here and now. This is what I'm living in this moment, and this is what I'm trying to deal with. But it's important to have a forward-looking mindset. Once you are able to get in the flow of having a budget, you can see trends there. You can see how much it costs you to live. You can see how much you can save. You can use that budget as a tool to do forecasting for years down the road. And it's very important to use to develop that forward-looking mindset in your budget. The longer this goes, the more you're going to be able to glean from it and do some forecasting. My secret sauce, that is, don't carry any debt. And if you can pay the junk off, but what helped me out more than anything is when I was much younger, and it was when I went into the military the first time. The first credit card I had was an American Express card. I had to pay that off every month, and that allowed me to develop that muscle memory. Is to, when I get a credit card bill in, I pay it off. No matter what, I pay it off. I don't accumulate debt. Besides for a house payment and a car payment, that makes your budget so much easier, your life so much easier if you can get rid of that baggage. Try to use your budget to get out of debt. Try to use your budget to grow your financial cushion. And I know that's harder based on incomes and that are pretty tight, but it's really very important to do your best to not carry debt. Just don't. It's very simple just to make that minimum payment, but man, that's going to cost you so much money in the long run. But I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions or comments, I would absolutely love to hear from you. But thank you very much for watching. Take care.